Of course, Michael Bridges not playing here. He's injured, pick up a knee injury at the weekend. The former England under-21 international. So it means Juninho will lead the front line alongside Alex Brosk. And that is a poor defensive mistake. Popovic gives up possession to Pavon. In the middle battle, Pavon goes all the way. Perhaps selfishly for the Honduran.
Yeah, it was interesting to see that free kick coming from Ufuk-Talay. He wears the same number as Beckham, and they're putting too much pressure on him. He was waiting to see if the delivery was going to be anywhere near that.
Here's the maestro, Juninho. He hasn't scored yet for Sydney FC. Bross takes over, and across the apex of goal he goes. A wonderful moment for Sydney FC. All set up by the brilliance of Juninho. That was the early indication of Nick Sotalios' skill getting up and down that flank. And certainly a great prospect.
What a day for him today, coming out here, and David Beckham's probably one of his idols growing up, and he gets the opportunity to play against him.
Here's a great opportunity. Oh, that's a shot that's not too far away by Landon Donovan, a man that heads the goal scoring list for his country.
And you can just hear the volume go up in the stadium as he approaches the ball.
Look, he's got so many options. I think he's just signalling he's going near post. No, back post it is, and that is a dipper. And a very, very awkward one for Clint Bolton.
Clint Bolton probably made that look a little bit more difficult than it actually was. I think he'd be disappointed in that.
Here's the break. Juninho slips it through. Brosk, great chance. 1-0. Alex Brosk scores, but it was the brilliance of Juninho. 1-0 to Sydney FC.
The combination's been threatening for the whole opening of the game, and Broski, as I mentioned earlier on, is playing on the shoulders of the whole back four, and this time he got the benefit of the doubt on the call, and it was a very, very good finish.
Well, he has not scored yet, Juninho, but he has certainly been the architect of many a goal for Sydney FC, and that was a lovely visionary pass. Great touch out of the feet for Alex Brosk, and goal number 7 this season.
I think he's added that to his game now, where he's making a lot more runs facing the goal. And I think the fact that Juninho is in the team now, and someone is able to play these balls consistently, he's getting on the end of these runs. And once again, he's showed a cool head there, and it's a good finish.
And now LA Galaxy, after dominating the first 10 minutes of play, Sydney have come out and now will make them play even harder. Here's Jacek. Good centering ball, but just a lack of support. Pavon, lovely touch. Chris Klein, Beckham, David Beckham! Well, Clint Bolton this time was aware of the danger. We've got oodles of pace through Zatkovic. Cuts inside, Santalab hits the shot first time. Ufuk-Talay can hit them, and he does. Knocked away by Joe Cannon. And so often, defensive mistakes can be absolutely punished by David Beckham's vision.
Yeah, and I think if the surface wasn't as greasy as it is, that probably would have held up. So it's it's fortunate for Sydney, but again, turning it over cheaply in midfield, we see it again, can cost you. Both teams.
Tele is a rare error there by Beckham. Brosk is onside. Alex Brosk is be a second. It's off the post. It's in. It's 2-0. Sydney FC take a stranglehold in this match as Joe Cannon is beaten for the second time, and the fans are really dealt a fantastic spectacle in the first half.
Again, he returns and he's facing the goal, well before he's going to receive that ball. And once again, the first goal was Juninho. This time was Talay. The delivery was superb, and made it as easy as they could for Bross to put that away. I think it was actually the defender who knocked it onto the post, and Bross tapped it in. Yeah.
Veras helping it on, but Bross will take the goal. Start his own David Beckham Academy. He's got one academy in London near the Millennium Dome and the other in Los Angeles, putting something back into the youth development.
Yeah, and it's great to see that he's got the opportunity, and obviously he's got the backing.
Great ball here, and that's a fantastic effort. The finish superb. And Ruben Zakovic accepts from Juninho. The second time the Brazilian has provided the assist. And Sydney FC are absolutely white hot. Remember, they couldn't score at the weekend against Queensland Roar, but they're full of it here in the first half.
Yeah, they've gone 3-0 up there, and I don't think, we're speaking about Ruud Hall, I don't think he's going to be, happy with what he can see. This is just a blatant mistake by the goalkeeper, and he'll without a doubt hold his hand up when he gets in the change room, because what he's trying to do there is certainly beyond me.
Well, Joe Cannon is usually a rock. He came up with over 20 saves in that final league match against Chicago Fire when they almost made it through to the playoffs, and that was very uncharacteristic. Juninho's been absolutely outstanding, the Brazilian.
He's probably getting, without a doubt, a lot more room in this game here than he gets up. Just as I say, that he gets upended and he's not happy about it at all.
Thank you very much, he says to Kevin Harms. And that was a malicious challenge. The word friendly didn't come to mind when I saw that challenge.
It didn't take long for Big Popper to get amongst it, did he? He wasn't happy at all.
That's a yellow card, and well, it was a tackle of malice, really. Unlike the challenge thrown in by Brendan Santalab on David Beckham minutes earlier. David Beckham moving a little bit more freely now. Good sign, of course. He moves across to play Wellington Phoenix of the weekend in the second of the exhibition matches, as Brost was almost in for his hat-trick. And Joe Cannon, he might need therapy before the night's out. Well, Sydney FC unbeaten in 5 matches under John Cosmina. It's been a tremendous record. Remember, they started with that 3-2 win over the Central Coast in what was a high-tempo affair. This man is, well, he's a human headline himself in the A-League.
I actually had a bit of a chuckle to myself early on, and someone said, oh, John Cosmina said their boys are going to come out and just play a testimonial type of a game.
Here's Brosk. Just slipped at the opportune moment when he tried to pivot and swing.
And the goalkeeper Cannon there again, you can see him have a go at his back four, because in all honesty, they're all at sea. And you can just see, as I mentioned, the Sydney FC are just retreating, making it as hard as possible for the Galaxy to get in behind them, and it's worked right up until 2 minutes before half time.
Pavon. Oh, into David Beckham. He's a man for an occasion, and he's got the free kick on the perfect angle and from the perfect distance. The look says it all. A man that's played 99 times for his country. Eyes the wall. Eyes Clint Bolton's goal. It's a bender! It's a classic! It is a Beckham!
Just prior to him striking the ball there, Clint Bolton put his hands up and was basically insinuating that he couldn't see a thing. And I don't think it would have mattered, to be honest. The noise coming from the stadium now. I think everyone's relieved. So many people have come here to see David Beckham and produce his free kicks. And the first opportunity he gets, he stuck it in the top left-hand corner of the goal.
Memories of that wonder free kick against Greece.
Yeah.
To put England through to the 2002 World Cup finals.
Yes. You can watch this strike time and time again. Clint Bolton will probably tell himself he'd be a little bit disappointed because he got a hand to it, but in all honesty, I don't think he could have done too much about it.
Well, he's just a perfect technician.